Hi, this is Rudy Jones of HowMoToSetBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Friday, March the 9th. There were 11 games involving state teams played on Friday, and we're going to start with the one NCAA Division II game that was going on. Down in Greenwood, Lander tried to wrap up its Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship in Game 2 of its best-of-3 series against Columbus State, and the Bearcats did indeed do that. They fell behind early, but Adam Love had a 3-run triple to give Lander a 5-3 lead, and they held on for an 8-3 win over Columbus State to sweep the Peach Belt Championship Series 2-0. Connor Droves had his 50th home run for the Bearcats, who are now 42-13 and have won 13 straight games. Make that 14 straight games. They're playing pretty good. Now they will get together on Sunday night to await the NCAA Division II selection show. It'll be streamed on the internet, and I'll try to find a link for that and share it with you as you go from there. But by winning, the Bearcats clinched the league's automatic bid to the playoffs, to the regional, Southeast Regional. All right, how about in NCAA Division I play? Well, Clemson played Duke in the opener of an ACC series Friday night over at Doug Kingsmore Stadium. Tigers fell behind 2-0, got up 6-2 on a 6-run fourth inning thanks to a 3-run double by Cam Canarella. Duke fought back, got it within 7-5. Clemson made it 6-5, then 9-5. Duke had 2 runs in, the bases loaded in the 9th, and Lucas Malstout was able to induce a double play grounder to shortstop. The Tigers hold on to win that game 9-7. Clemson is now 38-13 overall, 15-10 in the ACC. Duke fell to 33-16 and 14-11. Andrew Schufo had a 2-run homer in the 8th inning for Clemson, by the way. Also, Jack Crichton drove in 3 runs. Down in Conway, 3 pitchers combined on a 1-hit shutout as Coastal Carolina run-ruled Louisiana Monroe 10-0 in the opener of the Sun Belt Conference Series. The Chanticleers have now won 10 straight games overall, and they have won 14 straight Sun Belt Conference games. That's not too shabby. Walker Mitchell and Colby Thorndyke drove in 2 runs apiece for the Chants, who are now 40-11 overall, 22-4 in the conference. And also for them, Thorndyke was 3 for 4, 2 doubles, 3 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. Down in Charleston, College of Charleston knocked off UNC Asheville 8-6 in the opener of a what's scheduled to be a doubleheader because of the rain. Game 2 is suspended in the 6th inning because of lightning and rain, with the Buccaneers up 16-4 in the 6th inning. That game will be concluded sometime Saturday, or I guess they could possibly do it Sunday, before the regularly scheduled game. As of a little bit after 11 o'clock on Friday night, they had not announced a start time. The regular or scheduled start time for Friday was to be at 4 o'clock. But I'm sure they're just waiting to see what the weather's going to be like before they do that. Chandler Tuopo had 2 doubles, a walk, a run scored, and 2 RBIs for the Buccaneers. Charleston Southern's now 25-17 overall, 11-8 in the Big South. They scored 3 runs in the 7th and 4 in the 8th to overtake Asheville, which fell to 14-30 and 7-12. Charleston Southern is bidding for its first winning season since 1996. So they're looking like they're in good shape for it unless something unusual happens going on there. Elsewhere, down in Auburn, South Carolina got beat in Game 1 of a doubleheader when Auburn squeezed in the run in the bottom of the 9th, losing that game 11-10. It was one of Carolina's better offensive outings lately. Had a season-high 17 hits. They hit 3 home runs. In Game 2, they got off to a 3-0 start. And then Auburn scored the final 11 runs to complete a doubleheader sweep and a series sweep. Auburn won Game 2 11-3. Carolina fell to 26-26 overall, 5-22 in the SEC. They've lost 6 straight, and they've got 4 games left in the regular season. And they, unless things turn around, they're looking at a losing season, perhaps. Auburn improved to 36-15 and 16-11. In Game 1, Bo Hollins, Henry Kazmar, and KJ Scobie homered. In Game 2, Evan Stone hit a home run. Elsewhere, Preston Lucas singled, doubled twice, and drove in 4 runs, and USC Upstate wiped out an early 3-run deficit and hammered Presbyterian 16-3 in the opener of a Big South Conference series at Cleveland S. Harley Park over in Spartanburg. Jake Armsey was 2 for 4 with a double, a run scored, and 3 RBIs for the Spartans, who are now, Gotta find it. The Spartans are 28-22 overall, 14-5 in the Big South. PC fell to 17-30 and 9-13. Former USC Union standouts Braden Corn and Trent Turner had 2 hits apiece, and Western Carolina won the opener of a Southern Conference series with a Citadel by a score of 11-4. Anthony Hausner had a home run and drove in 3 runs for the Bulldogs, who fell to 26-22 overall, 9-7 in the SoCon. Western improved to 25-24 and 7-9. Up in Greensboro, Dylan Johnson had a home run, then hit a sacrifice fly in the 10th inning to put the Cougars ahead, and threw out the potential tying runner trying to steal in the bottom of the 10th as the College of Charleston beat North Carolina A&T by a score of 5-4 to open a Coastal Athletic Association series. Jake Brink went 8 innings and struck out 10 for the Cougars. The college is now 29-19 overall, 11-11 in the CAA. What else do we have? We have Radford beating Wofford by a score of 9-8. Radford beat Winthrop by a score of 9-8. Winthrop got up early. Radford came back and took the lead. Radford went up 7-4. Winthrop tied the game in the 8th. Radford took the lead in the bottom of the 8th on a home run. Ethan Wilson had a game-tying single in the top of the 9th for Winthrop, but then Radford answered with a RBI single for a walk-off win in the bottom of the 9th. Winthrop fell to 27-23 overall, 11-8 in the conference in the Big South. Radford improved to 25-23 and 11-8. And the only other game I have not mentioned yet, Wofford beat East Tennessee State 7-5 in the opener of a Southern Conference series. Of course, East Tennessee State is in first place in the SoCon. Wofford got 300 runs in the 6th inning and held on to take the win behind Carter Rasmussen's shutout pitching for the save. Wofford improved to 29-22 overall, 6-10 in the SoCon. East Tennessee State fell to 35-13 and 11-5. Elsewhere in the ACC, Louisville beat Georgia Tech 16-2 in a run rule game, 7 innings. NC State beat North Carolina 8-5. Virginia beat Miami 6-1. Wake Forest beat Pitt 12-3. Notre Dame beat Bowling Green 10-0 in a non-conference game. Florida State is playing a late game at California. It's not over as I record this. And Stanford is at home against Grand Canyon. The ACC standings awaiting that Florida State-California game. Florida State right now is in first place with a 14-7 record. NC State is 16-9. North Carolina is at third at 16-10. Clemson and Georgia Tech are tied for fourth at 15-10. Miami's a half game back at 14-10. Duke and Louisville are a game back at 14-11. Virginia's at 12-10, and Wake Forest is at 13-12. Those are the only teams above 500 in the ACC. In the SEC, big news. Missouri got its first win of the season. The Tigers were down to 6-3 going to the 9th against Texas A&M, scored 6 runs in the inning, then retired the Aggies in order in the bottom of the inning for a 9-6 win. Missouri is now 1-24 in the SEC. Texas A&M fell to 10-15. In other SEC scores, Florida beat Texas 8-2. Georgia beat Alabama 19-3 in game 1 of a doubleheader. Kentucky beat Oklahoma 4-3. Ole Miss beat Mississippi State 10-4 in game 1 of a doubleheader. And Tennessee beat Vanderbilt by a score of 3-2. Let me get a drink. Still to come are game 2 of the Georgia-Alabama doubleheader, the game 2 of the Ole Miss-Mississippi State doubleheader, and the Arkansas at LSU game, which was delayed because of rain. SEC standings pending those late games on Friday night. Texas is 19-6. Arkansas is in second place at 17-7. Georgia is at 16-9. LSU's at 15-9. Tennessee's at 15-10. Auburn is at 16-11. Vanderbilt's at 14-11, as is Ole Miss. Alabama's at 13-12. Oklahoma at 13-12. and Florida's at 12 and 13. Excuse me. By the way, Missouri still has a mathematical chance to catch and pass South Carolina in the SEC standings for you Gamecock fans who are looking at something to fret about. The Tigers could finish 6 and 24 if they win out. Carolina could finish 5 and 25 if they lose out. How about the schedule for Saturday involving state teams? Well, ULM is at Coastal Carolina at 1 o'clock. Duke and Clemson play Game 2 of their series at 2 o'clock over in Clemson. Presbyterian and USC Upstate have moved Game 3 of their series up from Sunday to Saturday as part of a 2 o'clock doubleheader. Wofford is at East Tennessee State at 2 o'clock. As I mentioned before, UNC Asheville will be playing Charleston Southern in the resumption of the suspended game from Friday as plus a scheduled game. Citadel is at Western Carolina at 5. College of Charleston is at North Carolina A&T at 6. And Winthrop is at Radford at 6. Also on Saturday, the NJCAA Region 10 tournament begins at Daly Field in Florence. They were originally going to play one game on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. They've now rearranged it for a doubleheader on Friday starting at 11 o'clock in Florence. It's a best-of-3 series, so if one of those teams should happen to win, they would automatically qualify for the Junior College World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado, later this month. As I mentioned, I don't know if I said it or not, but Hartford Community College out of Maryland is Florida Tech's rival or opponent in these games. Also on Saturday, the South Atlantic Conference Championship Series is scheduled to conclude in Asheboro, North Carolina. On Friday, Catawba beat Lenoir-Rhyne in the opener of the series to take a 1-0 lead. They're scheduled to play 2 games if necessary, beginning at noon in Asheboro. Catawba wins game 1, it's over. If Lenoir-Rhyne wins game 1, they play another game at 4 o'clock. You can always follow things I've got going on at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. You can catch updates on X under the handle of Palmetto Base. I apologize, I'm so congested and clogged up sounding recently. I don't know what it is. I keep thinking I'm getting better and I never do. But anyway, I appreciate you taking time to watch this South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Friday, March the 9th. I hope you have a great rest of the day on Friday, and come back and check out what's going on Saturday at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. This is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com saying good night. Jesus loves you.